How you doing, guys? We're going to do a little video for you so we can go over the response for our COVID response, since it's changing every day. I'm going to post it to, well, if you're watching this, I guess you know I've already posted to the website under our COVID-19 response page. I'm going to go ahead and take these off now. So first of all, I've already put this COVID-19 scene response guideline on our website. You can go ahead and look at that and go over that. This is going to be the training for next month. You still have to do your CMEs and make sure you're doing your CMEs, but we're not going to meet, obviously, and we need to go over this COVID-19 response right now and get ready for it. So this will be next month's training, but I do want you to finish watching this video and then read this paper as well that I have posted online there. If you get on our, well, you know, it's on our website. So first of all, our number one priority is protecting yourself and our crew from this virus, okay? So every single call we go on, regardless if it's a stub toe or whatever, you're going to wear a simple mask. Simple mask looks like this right here, okay? I have these in the ambulance. We are kind of limited on these right now. We have about 100 right now for our department, okay? These ones, they're not going to give you the best protection, okay? But for a call that's not suspected to have COVID-19, they're just fine, and this is what we want to use. Your N95 mask, okay? That's these ones here. We have approximately 800 of them right now for our department, so we're sitting pretty good on these N95s, okay? These ones right here are what you're going to put on if there's a suspected COVID-19 positive. So, but back to what I was saying, if it's just a normal call, you don't suspect COVID-19, mask, goggles. I have goggles right here, okay? Got these goggles. You will wear goggles and you will wear gloves, okay? You don't have to wear a gown or booties or an N95 for those calls. Now, if you go on a call and they're either known to be positive or you suspect they are because they have the symptoms, then you will ratchet up your PPE. You're going to put on a gown, then in your gloves, you're going to go to N95 and glasses, little booty covers for your boots. Yeah, and that's it. And as well, the patient, you're going to put a simple mask on. Do not put an N95 on the patient. Those are for EMS only. Patients get simple masks. Let's see here. So if it's a known or a suspected COVID-19, we're only going to send one crew member into the house originally. And you'll have a second crew just kind of wait at the door. If at all possible, we're going to ask, if we know they have it or they have the symptoms, we're going to ask control to see if we can get their phone number, and we're going to try to call them ahead. If we don't have to go in their house, we don't want to go in their house. So we'll call them ahead to see if they can meet us at the door. If that's not possible, we'll go ahead and go in, but we'll send one person in. That one person is going to do the assessment on the patient. We don't want to bring all of our bags and stuff in there and possibly get them contaminated. So just bring the minimal stuff. I wouldn't even bring the monitor in at first before you go and talk to them and do an assessment. Once you've done your assessment, go ahead and if you feel like you need to get those vitals, which we will, go ahead and bring it in there. And then another thing, if we know it's an N90 or if it's a COVID-19 positive, we want you to, we're going to designate Medic 52 as the transport ambulance for all known positive or suspected to be positive patients. If we don't have to contaminate Medic 51 and everything inside of it, we don't want to. So you will, if it's known, if it's going to be a known, if we get the call and we know that they're exposed or that they're positive, we're going to bring Medic 52. Now, having said that, I'm really worried that we have some people in our department that are at high risk because of age, underlying illnesses, stuff like that. We don't want you guys to, if at all possible, to transport these patients. So I'm trying to get 3 teams of 2 people. We only have to, the state's made it so we only have to have, well, we've always only had to have 2 people on a run. You only have to have one in the back. But the state's actually made it so we only have to have 1 EMT and 1 driver. He doesn't have to be an EMT, but he does have to be certified to drive. But we're hopefully not going to go that route. But we're going to have 3 teams of 2, and that's our COVID response team. I'm going to take this off because it's hot. That's going to be our COVID response team. And whoever's on call for the COVID response team, they're going to handle the COVID calls, okay? So if we get called out for a COVID positive patient, Medic 51 and the Medic 51 crew is not going to respond. The COVID response team is going to respond in Medic 52. If you get on a call and it's not a suspected patient, but you find that he has the symptoms, we're going to treat that as a suspected patient at that time. If it's not a critical call, you're going to have control page out Medic 52 with the COVID response team. We don't want them in our ambulance if we don't have to. Obviously, if it's a critical call, you're going to take them. And you're going to gown up and do everything. Whoever's on call is going to do it. We're just trying to minimize the exposure to those that are at high risk. So that's the new protocol. Let's see, what am I missing? Okay, this paper goes over the different requirements for whether or not we take them or not. We may not take them, depending on what the hospital says. If the hospital's real busy, we're just going to tell them to self-isolate. And we'll make sure that the health department knows about it, and they get followed up on. And I'm going to have, I will have a little brochure we'll have in the ambulance to give to them that kind of walks them through how to self-isolate, what to do. I'll have that in there this afternoon. So let's see. Make sure we call the hospital when we leave. Okay, don't call just 10 minutes before and say, I have a possible positive COVID-19 patient. They want to know before. And when we get to the hospital has strict guidelines right now. Only one person is going to be allowed in there with the patient. They're going to, it's a whole process you're going to have to go through.